But if we are to maintain that proper order of society, which is God, family, community, and the nation, so God, family, community, and then people, like your people, your ethnos, those that you belong to.
Starts
You
with your neighbors.
must know. It starts with your neighbors. It starts with your hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So, one, you need to actually know your neighbors' names and get to know them, who they are and what they're like, and make an effort to do this. It's painful and it's
Especially with modern
uncomfortable
sensibilities.
because modern sensibilities are that, oh, I have my bubble and nobody enter my bubble. Everybody wants to be an introvert. That's in vogue. Like, oh, I don't like talking to people. Or I like my dog better than I like people. You know what? You belong on the outskirts of society because society has no use for you. What we need are people that can speak to one another and look each other in the eye and have an actual conversation. We need more people to be like Charlie Kirk.
We do.
And that starts with most people. You don't have to go and host a Change My Mind event at a college campus. That starts with most people knowing their neighbors.
Said it's painful. I know how painful it is. I do not want to do it. But like I said earlier, choose
And
your
if
hard.
and if you're like me and you have decided to live in such a way that I'm almost positive everybody in the neighborhood knows that I am Catholic and exactly how Catholic I am, they should still be able to approach you.
Yeah.
Even if it's something as simple as doing the very southern thing of sitting on your front porch in the evening and waving at the people that go by. Nodding when you pass somebody on the sidewalk. Everybody wants to like look down or stare at their phone or avoid eye contact. Make eye contact and nod. Say hello when you pass somebody on the street. Smile and give them a howdy do. Say morning, evening, howdy, or have a nice day. It starts there,
Yeah, it's a
and
great
then
place
it
to
builds
start.
up from there.
I'm imagining doing this at my place. Yeah. I'd be the weird one, but I'd be the cool one. Yeah, it just is a great starting point.
And you know, if you're in the Midwest, it's not as hard, but it is a distinctly American thing to just stop and have a conversation with a random person on the street
True.
that we've just sort of forgotten. You see somebody wearing a Cardinals jersey, you say, hey, how about them Cardinals?
Mm-hmm.
Small talk is not a bad thing, and it has its uses.
You'd be surprised the conversation I've had with in bars, with random people that I happen to be sitting next to.
I should also say that a bar should also not be your only place for socialization.
No, the golf course is
Your
also a
only
good.
place.
The golf course is also a good one. Um, I'm
That
just
is a
talking.
good one.
I'm just talking from my own life, but y'all are capable of finding them too. And I'm not saying this because it's easy for myself. Some of this is natural. Like I thoroughly enjoy doing it in those settings with people, depending on the case. If I hate it with my neighbors, fine. No, it's not my fault if I hate it. It's my fault if I do nothing about it.
And it's not your fault if your neighbors want nothing to do with you, unless it definitely is your fault.
Yeah.
But so from there, from those that are around you at any given time,
Mm-hmm.
you should also partake in your municipal politics. It's the only way that I can think of for it. Because
Yeah.
I can't
Totally.
help but notice that when we have a presidential election, the lines to the voting booths are around the corner. In some places, they stretch for blocks. But the majority of municipal elections, city council, school district, sheriff, mayor, unless you're in a major city like New York or Chicago, hardly anybody shows up. And that is not right. If anything, it should actually be the other way around. Because the way to actually attain small government is to vote for small government.
Yeah.
The
And I
way
just
that
hope that it
this
fixes itself.
the way this country was actually originally designed is that you elect representatives who elect further representatives who elect further representatives who then elect the president. Washington was not elected by popular vote. He was elected twice against his will, but it was not by a popular vote of the people. It was by the Congress, who were elected by the people down the chain. But so ultimately it does come from the people, but it's another rant that I have, but certain presidents have completely changed how we view our federal government versus our local governments, and it's the complete opposite of how this country was originally intended to be. You should have significantly more energy and time and thought put into your local and municipal elections than into the federal or even state.
That's what matters.
It is ultimately what matters.
And there's something even greater than you can do than that, because a city council meeting, like, you can attend once a week, or once a month or something. Something you can
Every
do
now and again, you don't
multiple.
have to go to every one.
Well, yeah, of course. Something that you can do a lot more often. It's just support the businesses in your community. Keep money in your community. So even if it's a franchise and some like a fee, a percentage of it gets funneled off to some big corporation, fine. It's still better than plenty of alternatives. You know, support small businesses. There's a reason that we talk about that, and not just because they're small, but they are a part of your community. They are part of the thing that should be giving you life. They are part of the thing you should be building up.
And not just the
So,
small businesses, the small, local, and family owned businesses. Local
mhm.
being the most important, which is what most people think of when they think of small businesses, but that's actually two different things.
Mhm.
Because if you're like scrolling for something on Etsy, it will tell you when something is from a small business because you can actually label your Etsy shop as a small business. But if I'm going to
Oh,
buy
good point.
something from a small business, I'd rather it be something local. I'd rather go to the Vintique store that has booths from a whole bunch of different people in town and buy from somebody that's actually in town and have my money be spread around in town
Mhm.
versus going on to Etsy and buying something, even if it's a small business, it's still over in like Atlantic City
Mhm.
or in Albuquerque. Nothing against those places, but they're not mine.
Exactly.
I don't have an obligation to them. I have an obligation to what is around me.
Exactly.
So screw the convenience of it.
Mhm.
Whatever it is that you're looking for that you think you can find online, you can probably find locally. Even if you have to maybe pay just a little bit more, everyone will be better off ultimately if you do.
And someone might counter that with, "Well, I can't afford the local option." I would bet that you can. I would bet that you can live on less and choose to prioritize things better with your money, with the freedom that it provides.
Spend
And one of the
greater amounts of money where it matters most,
exactly.
which is like healthy food
Hmm.
and supporting the local businesses around you, providing for your needs and the ones that are actual needs.
And one of the neat side effects of that too, that I think would be really cool to see, we can idealize, the small town of medieval times. We can idealize the small town of older America and how those communities operated together. But there was an element of necessity to that. There's less mobility, there's less big option. You don't have the Walmart to fall back on, you don't have the Amazon to fall back on. Nowadays, you do, and those things aren't intrinsically evil. So if you need that, fine. But if you if you and your community choose to live in such a way where you are trying as much as you can to keep the money in the community, to build up those people, to build up your neighbors, you're actually going to build something stronger than once existed, because the fuel behind keeping it together is cultural, and that's stronger than necessity. It's also cooler than necessity. It's we are living this way because we choose to live this way, and look at the joy that it brings us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may have less than certain other people, because true, I can't afford the same number of things. Uh, but Mr. Jackson made me that table, and I'm really glad that he did. You know, and now he's coming around so I can make something for him, or I can do the plumbing for him or something. You know, and Miss Daisy over there runs the flower shop. So I got some of those because it's Sunday and we're going to celebrate the Lord's Day and we're going to have something nice. And I'm going to go to the local butcher shop and we're going to have some nice bacon to celebrate it with. Like, isn't that healthier than, well, I went to Walmart and got a bunch of crap, honey, but got a bunch of this stuff? Like, that's fine, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And hearing that, which would you rather aim at? Come on.
Yeah, like what's ultimately better for society and what's ultimately better for the human soul.